Reprints, Ben. Reprints. Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today we are joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Banlist.
Yes. And because of the ban list, we were going to have Lachlan in, but then he also got banned.
Oh yeah, but who are you? You didn't say I'm your host Jake.
I am the ban man.
Ah.
Sorry, banman. That's how it's
It
pronounced.
is Banman.
Banman. Okay. I guess we'll go week in Yu-Gi-Oh first before we get into the big news.
We'll get into the week.
So how was your week, Ben?
And I'll address this. My week, pretty good.
Yeah.
Locals on Tuesday, I played Super Heavy Samurai for the first time.
What about Sunday, Ben?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
So, I played Super Heavy Samurai for the first time. First two rounds went really, really fun. I got to play the deck, got comboed. I legitimately don't think... I got to do full combo once all tournament because I just got hand trapped to shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got drolled a lot. And I was like, okay. And then I got shifted and I was like, okay. And then I got drolled again and I was like, okay. So yeah, I ate a lot of hand traps. I ended up going 2-2. I won my first two rounds, lost my last two. I think I was drolled maybe 7 times. I got shifted once. Gamma in the standby phase on the shifter was on the gamma on the draw was nice. Yeah, that's an interaction that doesn't exist no more. We'll get to that
soon.
But then we come to today. Today was a good day.
Yeah, we did fun day at locals.
Yeah, today was Sunday Fun Day,
Mm-hmm.
and I was rewarded greatly. I played Dragon Mates, and I won.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't going to lose the final to someone who wasn't doing Sunday Fun Day, and they were like, "Do you want to split the prizes?" And I was like, "Sunday
Yes.
Fun Day, yes."
Yes, I do.
And then I pulled a Starlight from my my half of the box.
Not Captain Carry. Carry.
I got the XCs.
Carry.
Like,
Yeah, that's the one.
there's better Starlights to have pulled, but anytime you pull a Starlight, you can't complain. So yeah, I won locals.
And then you got
Dragon
all
Maze
this...
worked really well in Sunday Fun Day.
Mm.
I got to play against all of the lore of Branded. Really enjoyed that part. In my round 2, I just played against, like, literally just Branded lore deck. So it was like Fusion, Synchro, did everything. Like, all the new stuff, all the old stuff, apart from one part. So I got to enjoy all of that. And then I paired Jake in the next round, who was playing the rest of it.
Which I'll get into
And
soon.
I was just like, I got to enjoy all of this.
Yes, and we know how much you love branded lore.
Genuinely, though, my round 2, game 1, one of the most fun and interesting matches I've ever played. I think it was legitimately like a half an hour game 1.
Oh.
It was just like back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Adding a Dragoon when you don't play the level 7. Because I cut the fire one. Because this is just my old build.
Ah.
So I cut the fire one, which is the Dragoon out. Like the simple Dragoon out. So then I had to go into access code line and attack over it that way.
Well, if you just make Shu, surely it's then big enough.
Not if it's 4K. Because the regular way is you bait the negate, you get to the 7, you discard it, add the 2K, attack over. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. Got complicated. But I added it twice. I had to add it in 2 different games. But yeah, we got there. And it was a fun day. Yes.
Now, last Sunday.
I was sick.
Yeah, I know. People were missing you. People were asking about you at the place. And
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I was sick. My bad. Who was asking?
Steve, a couple other people, I think, Lachlan.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. I got sick and couldn't go.
Big Satch. Lost to immune system.
Yeah, I got 2-0'd by my immune system. That immune disorder came back and got me again.
Sorry. Same thing happened to me last year.
Yeah.
It happens.
Why
Now,
do they host these events in winter?
it is really rude, isn't it?
Yeah, we all just get sick.
Yeah. So my week. So on Sunday, I did go to States. I have to say, it was probably one of the better events I've ever played, for a multitude of reasons. So by round 5, I was going X1, so doing really well. I got dumpstered by Maroon's Nest in the first round, so I was feeling real bad. I just got hand-trapped to absolute fuckery, and then they had enough to get to the spell and trap negate. It's like, oh cool, so I can't even top deck Brain Infusion and Wind. I just die. Awesome. But then next round was Trap Trick. I was a bit concerned because back row decks I'm famously not a big fan of, but he just couldn't get his head around how my board was working, because I had everything going for me except for Gimmick Puppet Lock. I think that was the only thing I couldn't do to him.
Yeah.
But I had like recurring Mirror Jade and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Game 3 was against Drytron. Yeah, that one was interesting. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism came up, but I had Burning Dragon and he couldn't out it. And yeah, I had Puppet Lock when he tried to actually do plays, and he lost resources because of it, so that was very fun. Game 4 was against Mathmech. He, again, was duped somewhat by the Fusey Boys. Didn't fully understand what they did.
The new ones?
No, more so the old ones. I think it was Kyotis that gave him the biggest issues, because he Nibiru'd my board, then Green Guignol summoned the Kyotis, got rid of the Nibiru, did the thing, and he was doing Mathmech things. I didn't really care what he was doing. Sent the Kyotis at one point, which triggered the Aluba in the grave. No, what did it trigger? It triggered some stuff. And then, yeah, he went to go attack for access code, double attack for game, but I had Burning Dragon in the graveyard, so brought it back and chump blocked him from my life points. And he's like, I just lose from here. Then he scooped. Because he put all his resources into making access code and then died.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so that was up to round 5. And then rounds 6 and 7, I just got outdone by Floodgates and didn't see the outs. And yeah, current build of Branded is not a heavy draw engine type thing. So if I don't have the outs, I won't see the outs.
Yeah. Life happens.
Yeah, and the other reason I'm not playing like the similar builders to what I was before, with a lot of sort of draw and sort of get through the deck kind of stuff, is purely because Droll is so heavy in this format.
There's no real point to playing all that stuff.
Yeah, and with the current build, like realistically, if I cut the 2 Drolls that I was maining at the time, it would be a 40 card deck, so it'd be super consistent, which is all I really wanted to do. So yeah, that was the regionals. I think I ended up coming 37th. States, sorry. States, I ended up coming 37th.
Almost got your double invite. Almost.
Yeah, well, look, the aim was to try and get into top 32 because I didn't mind the mat. But yeah, just missed out because of Floodgates, which is real fun.
Got his invite, though.
He did get his invite. He came 24th. He needed his invite, and that was his pretty much the last chance.
Was the last
to
chance
get it. So very happy for the lad to have got there. Well done. Yeah, so then the rest of the week, Tuesday. What happened Tuesday?
I don't remember Tuesday that much.
Yeah, I don't remember Tuesday.
We played in round 2.
We did. I think I lost.
You did, yeah. You drolled me and I still killed you.
Yeah, I was seeing too many hand traps and not enough engine in a lot of my games. Even against Leo when he was playing Super Heavy, I think it was. Yeah, I saw triple droll in my opening hand. I drolled him on the following turn, and then he attacked into a set roll. Like, it was bad. I just opened utter garbage.
Why don't you normal summon the droll and turn into the relinquished animal and take his monster?
Because he knows well enough not to summon them into zones.
Also, you weren't playing it.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it do be a link.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah. But then on Thursday as well, we got some games going over at Grimdark. Ended up winning that one. People were under the idea that it was going to be a fun sort of test day. I couldn't find the core of the deck that I wanted to play for the Sunday, so to make it less unfun, I guess you could say, I took out the puppet. So it was still branded Despia.
Don't worry, guys. I'm playing the fun build. See, my puppet's over there.
Look, it was more fun, and it was more fun for me. I actually don't like playing the puppet. The only reason I played the puppet at all is because we had upcoming events and I wanted to do well, and that seemed to be the best way to do that. So I'm actually probably going to just remove the puppet from now on.
So on Thursday,
yes,
you played at a locals where the guys was to have fun.
Yes.
So you didn't play Puppet.
Yes.
Because you wanted to practice for major events.
Yes.
Which were 4 days prior.
I hadn't built the other deck, is what I'm saying. I had fully intended to take a different deck.
Specifically were
What I said is that I intended to take a different deck and I couldn't find it. So in order to make it more or less unfun, I took out the Puppet.
These things. I'm arguing that you just said that you wanted to prepare for major events, so you wanted to play the deck anyway.
Yeah, and I took the Puppet out, and I'll probably keep the Puppet out as well. I don't like playing the Puppet.
There ain't no major events to test for, Jake.
There is. It's called Oceanics, you motherfucker.
It is Oceanics, but this is spoiling the fact that you don't play Puppet because it got hit on the ban list.
Did it?
It did. You can use the monster all you want. It's fine.
And I will.
That's okay.
Anyway,
you can respond to the monster.
No.
A little. No. It's fine.
Anywho, so on I can't remember what I was saying now. Yes, today. So today was Sunday Fun Day, and I did find the core of the deck I wanted to play, which was Dogmatica Ritual. I've been wanting to play that deck for a very long time. Ripping the extra deck apparently isn't that fun, but it was fun for me. I wasn't playing the best build either. I needed pre-preps and I couldn't find them in time, so I was just playing like tactics and thrusts to hopefully get me to the things that I needed. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that deck, so I might play it a few more times before I pack it away and prepare for Oceanics.
Sorry, I'm still waiting for Nathan to upload dinos onto Nikija Collectibles and to code NolanTCG at checkout at 5% off your order. They're coming.
Yes.
He said they were coming today.
We'll see. But yeah, moving on. So rather than starting with Master Duel, we will start with the biggest news of the week, which is the impending ban list. So that dropped about 3 a.m. this morning.
3 a.m.
for
this
us.
morning for us.
So
middle of a round.
Yeah, I was going to say
YCS.
mid YCS Philadelphia, which apparently caused absolute chaos. Imagine sitting there making your super heavy samurai board, and then a notification comes up saying like, in a week your deck will be dead.
Someone in the room just fucking got to yell ban list, and everyone like quickly went to check their phones.
Yep. And then you shark your opponent because they've opened their phone and they're not meant to have access to the internet while they have their phones open.
You're on a Konami sanctioned website. It's fine.
So it'll be coming into effect as of June 5th, which will be not this coming Monday, but the one after.
Sunday Fun Day 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I mean, yeah, the format's effectively redundant post Sunday, so
I might just play
as well.
Literally 2 completely fucking batshit random decks this week. Just
spicy.
change my deck for every locals.
I mean, you haven't changed them for locals for a good month and a half, and now
And
you're
now
going to be like, change!
To be fair, I changed last week and I only got to play 1 locals with that deck.
True. Very true.
Fucking, I can't believe it. I can hit Super Heavy Samurai so hard.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of hard, but it's also not. Like, it's
hard.
It is, but it's not unplayable. It's just no longer the meta threat that it was.
It's really, like, this hit is genuinely really bad.
I realise this, but anyway, we'll get into it. So, on the Forbidden, we have Cyberstein, the Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow, number 89 Diabolosis, a Pointer of the Red Lotus, and Branded Expulsion.
And I think they could have just sorry, I'll bring it up in front of me as well. I have it here. I genuinely think that they could have just banned Cyberstein, and that was the only hit that needed to happen to Super Heavy. And I also think they probably shouldn't have touched Melfi at all either. Granted, the Melfi card they hit, interesting card they hit. Like, I completely get the reason why they hit them. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I think, yeah, they probably they could have just banned Cyberstein because it deals with the FTK.
That card should have been dealt with a long time ago, to be honest.
Every time we've seen an FTK come up that's not Samurai related. No, this one's Samurai related. The other Samurais? It's always involving Cyberstein, because you just fucking summon the Burny ones from the extra deck, and then you get the psychic buff, and no deck the damage, and you go boop, 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 boop. Not once per turn. Yep.
2 X prize cards hit on the same list.
Brad brought that up this morning. Yes. 2 prize cards got hit. Very interesting. Probably the best 2 prize cards ever. Well, Crush Card was good.
Crush Card's pretty good. Minerva had its time.
The rest have been relatively trash.
And this is why prize cards should not be relevant. I want them to be vanillas for the rest of time.
So anyway, yeah. They could have just banned Cyberstein. and I think that would have been enough to.
But was
have...
the FTK variant of the deck the more prevalent or the more problematic? I don't know if it was. I think it was the
Konami
fact that you could just...
Ben, and Ben was saying, look, they both lose the same hand traps, so just play the FTK.
Oh, so it's your fault.
Yeah, totally. Sure. My fault. My bad.
Super Heavy Samurai players of the world, this is the man that you wish to be.
It's the deck that I wanted to build. And here we are.
Yep, you got to move on. Speaking of moving on, well, actually, no, before we move on, just quickly, a point of the Red Lotus is really weird. Like, I suppose with Thrust, it is a somewhat searchable one of, and then your opponent's dropped a card from their hand, and you get to view another one, and, like, make it very not fun to play. Potentially with the talents in hand as well, you've taken another one. Like, imagine playing with a 3-card hand going into your turn, and your opponent knows every one of them.
Ooh.
Not pretty. And yeah, Expulsion, again, they have a monster that they can do it with. It's still potentially viable, but it does involve a lot more running around, a lot more nonsense. My assumption is, unless someone does find a way that is super consistent and, yeah, you don't lose out too much on it, it probably won't be a puppet build anymore.
I think as well for that deck to play around and I guess make it more consistent to do the puppet with the monster more often, you probably need to play a lot more other bricks, like bricks that you don't necessarily want to search.
Well, yes and no, realistically, because the reason you can still do it again is because the newest Albion, the Supremacy, whatever the fuck it's called,
the White Supremacist Dragon.
A little bit.
What?
He does the same thing, but because you more than likely make him off turn, you can do it under Lost, in which case your opponent cannot respond.
Yeah. But that's okay.
So, but in order to do that, you have to get other pieces
as well as
searched in place. So, well, like, the Lost is easy. Like, if you resolve Branded Fusion, then you have Lost.
You get ashed, you get ashed.
That is how the deck works.
Yeah. Diablos, we all knew those. That
card
was the
should have gone. Yeah, and I'm glad that it did.
I was impressed that this card had never actually seen play until now.
Yeah, it had very niche interactions. I remember there were some early Mermail lists going around when it was actually still just a prize card.
I had always just disregarded that card. I'd always just been like, not going to read it. It's a prize card, it's probably shit. And here we were playing it, and now it's on the ban list.
I mean, most prize cards that have been relevant have been decent within the time frame they've released.
Link Dragon.
I said most, not all, just most.
4 out of 12. 14? 16? 20?
Chaos Empire?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that was pretty good. It's a pretty good card. Search Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragons win.
And then Giant Hand as well. No, not Giant Hand. What's the other one?
Giant Hand.
Is it Giant Hand? The one I was thinking of?
Yeah.
I was thinking the big machiney thing, because that was also a thing.
The hand?
No, the big wheel.
Oh, yeah. But Giant Hand was also played.
Giant Hand was also a thing. Anyway, moving on to Limited, we have Blaster, Ruler of Infernos, Mathematics Circular, which I actually just noticed.
Oh, really?
I was unaware of this.
Oh.
And I think I said earlier in the chat that, like, nothing happened to Salad.
Yeah. Mathematics happened to Salad.
Yeah. Cyframe Gamma, Denlong, First of the Yangzing, Kashtira, Rise Heart, Pearly Delicious Memory, and Naturia Sacred Tree.
Do we want to take that from the top and work our way down?
Yep. Blaster, we knew that was happening.
We knew that was happening. Still good for it to have happened.
Yeah, look, it's fine when they look at a card on the ban list and say, look, it's well past time that this is a problem. It can come back. It's fine. When they look at cards that are on the ban list and go, this will probably be a problem, but we'll give it back anyway.
That's gonna come up later.
So Mathematics Circular, I can understand this. The fact that it's just constant free rank 4.
But I don't think Mathmech was the fourth deck of the format. And judging by this, Mathmech is the fourth deck of the format.
It was pretty good.
It was, like, I'm not saying it's not a good deck.
It has been getting consistent tops. I don't know if it's ever been winning, but it's definitely been getting tops. Yeah. And with the newest load of support, they have a lot more that they can go into. There's, like, off-turn negation that they didn't have before, as well as, like, the whole ripping of hand and field and another negate. Like, it can do a lot.
I thought that was all old support. Did they get more support?
indirectly, the new Firewall stuff.
Oh, that doesn't come out yet. Though.
It is out.
But that's out?
Yeah.
Ah, I haven't noticed it.
Cyberstorm Access, ring a bell?
I thought it was in Duelist Nexus.
No.
Because you Nexus into the Vrains.
No.
I like that we're still getting sets named after Vrains because they just don't have another option. That's a point for another day, Konami. Good job.
Gamma.
Today you did a decent job.
Yeah,
'Cause
Cyclone Gamma is interesting. The OCG have had it at 1 for a while as well, right?
I think it's a 2.
It's a 2 on Master Duel, but I think
it's
it went to 1 in the OCG.
I don't know.
It's hit. But
So-
yeah, this card is obnoxious.
I like the idea of Gamma going to 1. If you're banning Shifter.
That's true.
Yeah, like, I think if you limit Gamma, you need a ban Shifter.
The more time goes by, the more Shifter is becoming the most broken card that we got of those 3.
Yep. And here we go.
Yep.
It's Jesse in the chat, by the way. Jesse tried to clutch it and then messaged me to say, Banlist is out, don't check the chat.
I did see this, yeah.
You did?
I saw it in the...
No, not our Jesse.
No.
Yeah,
I
Jesse.
No. I know. This Jesse.
Yeah.
I saw it in the Cowboy4Game chat.
Oh, no, he personally messaged me.
Oh, he messaged you directly.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe it was 656 that messaged. Someone messaged you in the Discord and said, like, tags you both in, like, the non-main channel and being like, don't look at the main channel. There's a ban list out.
So my main problem was I opened up Facebook in the morning. First thing I did was just open Facebook to check Facebook itself.
Uh-huh. Banners.
No, sorry, I had something else to do because I had other things to organize this morning. So I opened up my phone, messaged that person, and then opened Facebook, and then was like, "Oh, Diablo! Oh, Banlist. Close." I only saw Diablos.
And that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Where were we? Circumventing
Gamma.
back. Yeah. Gamma Shifter. You should have banned Shifter if you're limiting Gamma.
Yeah. And it was predicted, but didn't happen. Very sad.
Yes, you can call by it, but you only get one call by, and you ain't
also-
playing Gamma no more.
And if it's happening off turn, you can't.
What?
Like, if your opponent's going first and drop shifter
and
on
they just
you.
go, yeah, that's fine. Look, here we are. This is an issue. I think maybe the thought is that you've hit Kashtira, so it's not that big of an issue. But this probably gonna show up in other decks.
It probably gives a buff to Exorcister. They function quite well off that. Like, they honestly don't give a shit if any of their shit's banished.
Yeah. We'll have to see how this plays out, I guess. We're in the situation we're in.
Yep. And, yeah. Next one. Denglong. I'm frightened.
I'm fine with this. Me and Andrew have been having a little bit of back and forth this afternoon in regards to Denglong going to 1.
Oh, wait. No, Dino, fucking play it. Oh, my God.
No, it's okay. It's not that usable because playing the Denglong takes away other lines, so it makes things awkward. Like, you can play a Denglong build or you can play another build. Both lose everything loses the same hand traps. It's what you want to see on your end board. You get like the double negate off the Denglong, but the other build gives you the ability to kill your opponent next turn. So like, you take off. Yeah, it's weird. It's gonna be weird.
And like Sword Soul has access to it. Just general synchro decks have access to it. It's a scary time. I don't like it.
It's not as prevalent as you'd think in the OCG, so it's like, it's okay. It's an old mechanic, or I guess setup, that exists in the game. They miss timing as well. Yeah. Next year.
A Rise Heart.
Surprising.
Understandable.
Like, completely understandable. It makes Kaiju's this format, and the next hit on the ban list makes Kaiju's this format very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are better than what they were last format. They were already good last format.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now it's, you have the answer. Off you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Delicious Memory.
And that brings us to this. So, slows down their ability to draw a fuckload of cards.
Yes.
Makes things a fair bit more awkward. And again, they don't draw as many cards. The Kaiju you're going to drop on them becomes a lot more valuable.
Yes.
It's like, cool. Did I win? Yes? No? Okay. Yeah. These two hits specifically make Kaiju's this format very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Naturia Sacred Tree. We haven't seen a lot of Naturia, Runic, all that nonsense players here in Oceania. That's the one.
Yeah. The card doesn't say once per turn.
True.
It's fine. Put it on the ban list. It could possibly be good and doesn't say once per turn.
Go away.
Yeah. Get rid of it.
Next we have the semi-limits, and in not particularly,
Big semi-limit list.
in not TCG fashion, they've gone ham.
Yeah.
This is a very OCG looking semi-limit list.
It's strange.
So we start with Herald of Orange Light, Kashtira Unicorn, Lightning Storm, Runic Fountain, Sprite Starter, and my least favourite of all of these, Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge.
I think the cards that went to 2, went from ban to 3 to 2, should have just gone to 1, except for Lightning Storm. I don't think that should have been there at all.
No.
Engage going to 2 is fucking stupid. And they get stupider as we go.
Yeah, why can't they let that deck die?
Just let it. It doesn't need to exist.
Let it fall gracefully into the pages of history and let it be done.
Like, why?
Because if you give them an inch, they will take a fucking mile.
To be fair, also makes Kaiju's better this format.
True.
Yep, just Kaiju them. It's fine. Just Kaiju them.
Hopefully this does the Dryden thing of they give it to 2, it gets a little bit bonkers, and then they go, that was a mistake. We're going to take that one back.
Back we go.
Yeah.
Put it all back.
Yeah.
Kagari to 1.
Herald of Orange Light's fine. Like,
Just put it to 3.
yeah.
It's
like,
now your Dragoon out. Your Shifter out.
Yeah, and like there's very few decks that can main it and sort of get a lot of value off it. Like you've got Drytron, Medolce. If someone's brave enough, they can be running it again in Tier Element, I guess. Kashtira Unicorn to 2, yep.
Should have been in the 1.
Yep.
Fountain should have been in 1. Startup should have been in 1.
Yep.
Real.
And Lightning Storm should not be touched.
Yeah, should just be a 3.
No need to put it to 2. Dumb. And then Unlimits. Again, a few of these, and some of them I appreciate, some of them not so much.
Yeah.
Blackwing Steam the Cloak. Genix Ally Birdman. Ally? I do that every fucking time.
It is Ally Birdman.
It's Ally.
Ally Birdman. Attorney at law.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that too. So fucking dumb. Samsara Lotus. Spiral Quick Fix. Lyrilisc Recital Styling. Draco Face Off. And Sky Striker Mecha Modules Multi-Roll.
So I'm fairly sure 2 of these cards are infinite loops.
Samsara Lotus, I think so. I can't remember what its revival condition is. I think it's like if you have no things in your graveyard. Let's have a look. During your phase, if you control no spell or trap, special summon this card from your graveyard and face up attack position. And then the control of this card takes 1,000 damage during each of their standby phases. Plant level 1.
Was this super heavy samurai support?
What benefit do they get of the monster coming back?
It says no spell and trap cards. Were they like, sorry guys?
Here is a token of our... You are dead.
It's if you control no spell and trap cards, yeah?
Correct. Not once per turn. So if you have a way to get it off the board still in the end phase of the turn, it will do it again.
Topologic Bomber Dragon.
Well, I think that was the thing that it got banned for initially, but it was
No, that was the other one. That was Phoenix
that was
Cross
Phoenix, yeah.
Amaryllis. Because that does the same thing, except it does 300 damage every time it leaves.
Yeah, okay.
Surely there's a way to ping your opponent whenever... No, but... Is there a way to summon something that whenever something gets destroyed, pings your opponent for damage, but then also make that card not being able to destroy by card effect? And then you can just, like, ping the Samsara Lotus.
The main thing I'm thinking of is with Topologic Bomber, and if you can find a way to, like, every time something happens, burn your opponent.
Yeah, this is the same logic.
I just can't think of what it is.
Just the bomber would also kill the other monster, so that monster also needs to be protected.
That's assuming it's a monster.
Well, you can't have spell traps.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah,
Samsara
true.
Lotus doesn't come back.
Okay, so maybe it's fine.
Maybe it's fine.
We'll find out soon. Yeah, Blackwing Steam the Cloak, that's fine. It was already at 1. It was
Should have
doing
gone
nothing.
3, yeah. At 1, doesn't matter.
Ally Birdman is a loop,
Yes.
and it's now consistent between the searches and the fact that we have it at 3. But again, it's just finicky with how you have to do it. I don't think it's going to be a
Loses
problem.
to Shifter. That's why it's legal.
True. Yeah.
Don't wanna
Shifter
give them
is
the
just the
gamma.
new gamma.
Yeah.
Just drop Shifter and don't lose.
Yeah.
Quick Fix is fine as long as you don't bring back the fat bitch.
Yeah, everything can be a 3. Master Plan's banned. Like,
Yeah.
put it all back.
Recital Starling, again, it was a 2, was doing nothing.
At 2 is the same as that card being a 3.
Yeah. Wait, was it a 2 on the last list?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It went to 2.
Okay. Draco Face Off. That card could have come off a long time ago. It could have come off when they first got the support, and it would have mattered. So it's nice that they've got it now, at least, I guess.
Could be a good deck, this format.
Yeah, potentially. Like,
Does it
it
lose to Shifter?
yes, Pendulums absolutely lose to Shifter.
We'll lose to Shifter, so...
Everything just loses to Shifter.
Here's the neat
Why
thing.
did they leave that card? And
How do I play around Shifter? You don't.
You don't. That's the neat part. You don't. And Mecha Modules multi-roll. I, again, don't think we need it. Just leave it.
Just
leave it.
They both should have stayed at 1.
So
Give them
there's
3 cards back.
3?
Engage to 1 and then the 2 multi-rolls.
Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah.
Seb's
it's-
over there just chilling with a huge smirk in his face like, yes, 3 cards.
So it is a bit of a shake-up to the meta.
3 more spells.
No.
You're already getting 2 other Link monsters. Shut up.
Let's give him a chicken game.
Give it everybody a chicken game. So it is a bit of a shake up to the meta because like most of the big decks have been hit. So we're going to be in a period, I guess, until something sort of blows away or new combos are found that we're just sort of like anything can win if it hits the right cards.
It's gonna be an awkward format. This WCQ season is possibly one of the most awkward WCQ seasons ever. Like last year's one was weird, but it wasn't a proper WCQ season.
Yeah.
This one is, yeah. Oh.
And yeah, we've got what, just over a month to figure out the format before our Oceanics.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Like everyone's WCQs are in a month. Yeah, I guess it's not like as much as I say Dinosaurs is gonna be good and we'll play Dinosaurs, Dino's probably not gonna be the best. It could be with all of these hits decent, but you know.
Well, the thing is, it still loses to the same things it used to lose to. Like if you ash the Misk summoning from deck, that hurts a lot.
It doesn't hurt so much anymore because that new search spell destroys from hand.
True.
So you're just like, I've already gone full combo before I even need the Misk. Yeah, the Misk's very much just like this is just an extra extender that I have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And we'll get into the other thing I was going to say shortly.
We know what the best deck is. It's Lab. Labyrinth is...
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say. The fact that they haven't brought Red Reboot, they've brought Lightning Storm to 2, and they didn't get rid of Skill Drain. It's going to be a very trap-heavy format, and Labyrinth has proven itself over the course of regionals and states to be one of the best trap decks, if not the best trap deck in the format at the moment.
Can you play Shifter in Lab?
Yeah, you can.
Like, realistically, it's a trap deck. You just fucking throw the Shifter down.
Yeah, you lose whatever traps you activate
set
in the first
4
turn, but
cards.
if you're activating Skill Drain, you're not losing anything.
Yeah, exactly. You shift to them, flip Skill Drain. If you get evenly matched, that's probably going to suck because you're not going to have the recursion.
Yes.
But, oh well.
It's trap decks, so fuck you. No recursion.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have recursion. It's meant to be trading. But yeah, it's probably a Labyrinth format. Labyrinth's also getting reprinted next month.
Is it?
Yep. Labyrinth is getting reprinted in Battles Legend.
Oh.
Yep. So we're getting that mid-June, I believe.
So maybe after that they start hitting lab cards.
Double check that. Maybe that's the reason why this Banlist looks the way it does, is because they need to sell that.
True. Actually, that's a very true point.
Release
And they don't
date.
plan on... Oh, that's a good point. They don't plan on reprinting Lightning Storm because there's going to be an abundance of them available now.
Yes. 22nd to the 6th is the lab reprint.
Okay.
I think they're reprinting everything but that new main set.
Oh, you know what? That's actually going to ruin Oceanics because Labyrinth will be ludicrously available.
Happy birthday,
Everyone
Jake.
will have it.
Happy birthday.
So look, I'm going to be drunk as hell
All tournament long?
the night. Or maybe.
Let's do a drinking tournament.
We'll see. If I versed more than 2 lab by round 4, I may start just ducking over to the bar. We'll see. But I wouldn't be intoxicated because that would be against the rules.
That would be against Konami policy.
Mm.
Yes. We would never consent to doing that.
Consent. So
You have to always give consent.
yes, you do.
That was a poor taste joke. I just want to maybe clarify that. I'm not happy with that joke.
You're editing the podcast. If you take it out, it's like it never happened.
No, I'll leave it in. I just want to... Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of poor taste.
So, moving quickly over to Master Duel, we are 2 days from the end of the Master Duel WCQ. So I got to stage 1, but I have had no time to invest into getting into stage 2.
That was a thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
The last 3 days have been, well, yesterday, today, and tomorrow are stage 2, in which you get as much points as you can, and then the point leader of each region picks their team to go to Worlds.
Oh. That's really short amount of time.
Yes.
I didn't play it at all. I maybe played 5 games. Just to get some gems here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're missing out on all the gems.
I just saw a couple gems and I was like, yep. But clearly by the time I started playing it, everyone who was playing it seriously was long gone. Because I logged in and was like, I'll play Terraliment. And then I paired fucking Dark Magician one game and was like...
I versed a Dark Magician really high up as well. It was really odd. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I played like Dark Magician and something else, and I was like, this is... Why? I lost one game, and by lost one game, I was playing while I was at the barber's waiting to get my haircut, and they were like, you're up, and I was like, close.
So yeah, that's where that's up to. We are also about 5 or 6 days from a new pack dropping.
On the 9th?
Yeah, the Power of Nature or whatever it is going away and will be replaced by something else.
Cash Tira?
Not likely. I think there's a few other things that sort of get in the way before that.
Fireman.
Maybe Fireman.
Fireman.
Not likely Fireman, but mayhaps.
Fireman best deck? Question mark?
Did they lose to Macro?
Yeah. However, they also haven't got the new support yet.
True. It's still a little while from that, isn't it?
3 months.
I suppose one thing...
What?
We'll edit around it, I guess.
Edit around it.
Yeah.
I'm not editing around shit.
Okay, then I won't mention the leaks that other people have found, and definitely not us.
Other people found leaks. It's fine. You may say the leaks, Jake. What's the worst that could happen? We get banned?
Yeah.
I thought
Leading up to Oceanics.
I thought it was the leaker got banned.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. That's why I was saying if it's a problem, we can edit around it.
What's the leak?
It's just some of the
Just
cards...
tell me.
There's nobody else here. No, it's all right. We've got other news we can talk about.
Just tell me, Jake.
No, I'll tell you later. Anyway, so we have the last card that has been announced for Salaman Great to tie in all their support, make them really great. This is in the physical card game, not in Master Duel. It is Salaman Great of Fire. It is a level 2 Cyberse, attack and defense both 800. If it's normal special summoned at a level 4 or lower Salaman Great monster from your deck except itself. And also you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except fire.
I respected you as a journalist until this exact second.
What's your problem?
You didn't want to leak the thing and then you talk about a fucking Salaman Great piece of shit? This guy's garbage.
Yeah, and I'm bringing it up because of that. It's
historically bad.
It's really shit. And when people are like, oh, but you can search this and... No. The whole...
Just play Blaster.
The whole benefit of Cyberse decks is that they're interchangeable for the most part. You can just throw them at the board and make whatever, and it all does kind of the same thing.
You just make X6 good.
Well, turn 2, yes. But even, like, going first, you just throw a bunch of shit at the board. It all kind of does the same thing. They all mix in together, blah, 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 blah. That's why Circular went to 1, by the way, because every Cyberse deck was using it almost better than Mathmate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, this doesn't help. It hinders, if anything.
It's fine. In the grand history of cards, this is a card.
Yes,
Certainly is.
This is, in fact, cardboard. Also, coming up,
Can't deny it, that.
speaking of cardboard, we have the upcoming Jack Atlas structure deck has been announced for the TCG. It's not getting separated into bits. We are actually getting a box of cards.
Oh.
Sorry,
I should be less surprised. But I'm not.
So we're getting 5 ultras, 3 supers, 41 commons, so a total deck of 49 cards, which is quite generous.
I noticed this when I was opening the structure decks the other day, that you get more ultras than supers now.
Yeah, you get a lot of ultras. It used to be a case of
this?
like you just got like 3 ultras, that was your lot.
Yeah, 3 ultras, 5 supers.
Yeah, now it's
I kind of would just prefer it to just be 5 supers, 3 ultras. It's dumb making it more ultras.
That's fine, that's fine. So I'm kind of looking forward to this structure deck.
Because you still haven't built your fucking red resonator deck.
I'm missing a couple things, okay?
Just a couple things.
And also, shut up. Nothing's going to beat your fucking Stardust anyway. You set up Satellite off turn and it's fucking boring.
Except for when the Black Wings do the take. Or you just negate it with Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss.
Oh yeah, because you'd let me get that far before I summon it? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, because you can do it on my... I can do it on my turn as well and then clear board.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to get that far. Anyway.
It's fine, Jake. Just hand trap.
Oh yeah, the things you're not letting us play in that format? Yeah, cool. So, moving on to the upcoming Wild Survivors. So that releases this coming Thursday?
Yes, this comes out on Thursday. Once again, I'm going to check NikkiJCollectibles.com.
Gonna
Enter
quickly
code
double
Nolan5 at checkout for 5% off your dinosaurs.
So, the most interesting thing about this set, aside from dinosaurs, is the allocations of ultras.
I really like it.
Traditionally, it was a case that every archetype in it got 3 ultras, and then one of them got a random one, whichever one was semi more popular, or just one that they decided needed one, and then the collector's rares, blah 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 blah.
Yes.
For whatever reason, in this one, they have given 7 of the 10 ultra rare slots to Vanquish Soul.
And then they didn't ban Vanquish Soul on the ban list. Conspiracy? I think not.
It's really weird. Like, deck cores are going for like nearly $700 for pre-orders, effectively, which is ridiculous for a deck that we don't even know if it's going to be good in the TCG. Like, it'll be fine, but it's not going to be meta.
In a respectable format where every deck is as good as each other, it could maybe win a round.
I don't think it's
At locals.
I don't think it's that bad.
No,
like, you're making it out to be very bad, and I don't think
it's a 2/2 deck.
Look, it could do fine.
It's a 2/2 deck.
But to allocate so many expensive cards to it is just absurd.
Can I play Shifter?
I think so.
Can I play around Shifter?
I think so. A lot of its stuff sort of just bounces.
Meta deck.
It's really weird. I don't know why they've done this. But there are some cool collector's rares. So we're getting what?
I'm not complaining about this at all. Like, dinosaurs is cheap.
Yeah, that's the
No
thing.
problem.
Yeah. So Soul Eating Oviraptor, UCT, and I think Adorned Archosaur are all getting collector's rares, which is quite nice.
Yeah. That's cute.
What's another one? A generic one. Tenki getting a collector's rare. I think it wasn't known, but it was sort of known. Hungry Burger, which is really funny. Fossil Dig, also collector's rare. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. So they knew they were getting all of the collector's rares over to dinos for them to rarity bump and get some nice cards. So they're like, well, let's just make all the expensive stuff for like the normal cards in the other archetype that people will play. Because no one's going to play the ritual archetype.
And I'm okay with this.
Yeah, those are the main ones. I think Tikaboo got a thing over, right?
I'm okay with that. Like, it's not a cool thing to have in the game.
They've done all of the floodgates in collector's rares that they've reprinted in this. Side sets are for floodgate losers.
That's why
Confirmed.
they didn't hit Lightning Storm. That's why they hit Lightning Storm. Because they don't want people Starlights, or not collector's rares, going to grave. But they have Starlight Lightning Storm.
There's some confliction over at Roger and Derek's house.
Yes, we need to ask them immediately why they're doing this.
Speaking of asking questions, we move on to our Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in and say hi and ask us some questions.
That's what they call in the business a great fucking segue.
Yes. So the first question this week comes to us from Jesse. It's a little redundant, admittedly. admittedly. Banlist prediction changes.
Well, you
Nope.
see.
Well, actually, I predict these two screenshots that I have right here, and I'm 100% correct.
I won our Banlist predictions. I think.
It was done so long ago.
Yeah, none of us even thought to hit Melfi or Six Samurai cards.
No, not at all.
Super Heavy Samurai.
We have our
I said fucking both wrong.
little bit.
Ah.
So we have a question. I'm not 100% sure. I think this might have been... maybe not. The name is Mitochondria, but I think it might be Miro. I think.
Oh, no, fire away, Jake.
So question. We've made fun of what Yugi Boomers say plenty of times before. What are some of the funny shit that Yugi Zoomers tend to say?
That's a good question. Yeah.
I think it's maybe not Yugi Zoomers in general. I think it's just
New players?
new-ish players. The whole, like, if I didn't lose, I could have won argument they make after a round.
Everyone says that when they're new to the game.
It's just funny.
That's why you don't check your top deck. Never check your top deck. I'm gonna tell you this all the time. If you lost, just fuck it, accept that you lost. Don't look at your top deck. You will only feel worse. If it's a good card, you feel bad. If it's a shit card, you feel bad. Guess what? You feel bad. Yeah. I feel like I have a witty response to this, but no.
The problem is we don't listen to the Yugi Zoomers, so we don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Actually, what does Josh say? He's surely a Yugi Zoomer.
Everything's bad. Well, everything's good.
Yeah, everything
Both opinions are wrong.
Everything that he does is good, which is wrong, and everything that everyone else does is bad,
Which is wrong.
which is also wrong.
What do you reckon's going on Yu-Gi-Oh! TikTok?
Ugh, I don't want to know. Fucking Asian Eyes is still making content there. I don't want to know about it.
Yes. Whatever's on Yu-Gi-Oh! TikTok, that's what we find annoying.
That's what they're saying. Next question is from 666. Do you envision yourself playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Into retirement?
Like, as
Like
in...
old person. Like, hey, Shimon Blue Eyes!
No, probably not. No.
If it's still kicking around when I have grandkids, I'll probably crack out the starlights.
Fuck yeah. But that's a long time from now.
It is a long time from now.
Like, I don't think physical cardboard will exist anymore. Who knows? It could be like this IP we all play virtually.
Imagine that. Like, it gets to the 2053 WCQ finals, and they're rolling out all these, like, kids that are on, like, esports teams, and then it's just you, me, and Bragg in our
With
little
dual
walkers.
discs. Still flipping skill drains. Because it's still legal. Yeah, they'll all be in the brains, and we'll just be
Into
standing
the brains!
in front of them, just like, I play this. Look at monitor to see what they did. They summon Sky Striker card. Expected. Still here.
It's still going. Next question comes to us from, again, 6R6. Do you think Pod Prosperity should get a common structure deck reprint, or should it be in Battles of Legend as a Super or Ultra?
Don't ever reprint it ever again. You don't have it too bad.
I can see it maybe doing an OCG and getting, like, limited at some point.
It's so stupid, man. These bad lists are getting dubbed with the amount of generically random cards that it's hitting. These cards shouldn't be on the ban list. They form the structure fundamentally of Yu-Gi-Oh! Desires should be at 3.
Oh yeah, still at 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lol.
It's dumb.
A little bit.
But yeah, reprint it in the high rarity prints. Like, that card looks nice and deserves to just be in nice rarities. Like, I feel like a common of that card would look disgusting.
A collector's rare would be nice.
Yeah, collector's rare would be nice. But that involves you printing it as an ultra rare. Or a rare. Oh. Find a way to reprint it just as a secret rare. Put it in Battles of Legend, because that has secret rares. Make it a secret rare in there.
True.
I don't give a shit if the secret rare is easy to get. Just make it look nice. It's a nice looking card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just make it cheap. I just want to play bad decks with it. I don't want to have to pay $300 for a playset.
I'll pay you $300 for a playset. It's a good card.
Nah.
I really
There's literally like no decks that I would ever run it in.
It's one of those cards that I'm really happy with my investment. Any card now that says pot of and is playable, just fucking whatever price it is at launch, just pay for it.
Generally
Pay the
speaking,
money.
yes.
It's worth it. Like, you'll get your use out of those cards. Next question.
Last question, actually, comes to us from Tuesday's Noob. How many people would stop listening to the podcast without the opening music?
What?
How many people would stop listening to the podcast without the opening music?
You would, viewer number 78.
It's funny. A while back, we were concerned about potential copyright striking from the original artist or composer of the 8-bit one that we
Kenny
used.
Loggins.
No, the 8-bit one that we used specifically.
Fred Loggins.
Shut up. Anyway, we're worried about that, so we're going to commission Loz to do a cover for us, and that way it'd get around those problems. But it never happened because we don't make enough or any money actually off the content that we are currently creating.
It also doesn't run for more than 15 seconds, so it doesn't show up on most bots.
There is that
also
too.
the wavelength changes because I downplay it, so it starts playing them when we start talking at nerfs.
Okay.
So it doesn't detect on audio automatic
you do the
detection.
thing that you do on Instagram and TikTok where you change it enough that it's no longer the one that they find.
Yes, the bots can't hear it.
But yeah, it does raise a good point. As I've mentioned a couple of times in the last couple of podcasts, I would really like to get up to 1,000
Jake,
subscribers.
stop saying that. The sub count's going down since you started saying that.
What do you mean?
We've lost 4 subs this month.
That's alright, they weren't here. They were never here. They were bots. They're trying to find us for copyright and they failed, so they went away. Anyway, yes, as I said, would really like to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you are listening to us and you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe. You don't have to watch us, just need you to subscribe. Okay. But that does conclude us very much for today. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are listening to us, feel free to favourite. If you're watching on YouTube, again, like and subscribe. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions.
Predictions as to what the best deck is. In the Discord.
Yeah, jump into the Discord, let us know what you think the best deck of this upcoming 3 months of 3 Skill Drain and 2 Lightning Storms will be. And we will catch you all next week. Peace.